Sure my mic's on. Yeah. Mic check. So just a little something out of the ordinary today. I'll be doing a review style video. Don't usually do videos like these. I like to just do videos of my hunts and whatnot, but hasn't been much hunting going on lately, so figured I'd do something to keep you guys entertained. For today, we're going to be talking about my 2023-2024 saddle hunting setup. I tried to be tough and run a tree stand in the beginning of the season. This was the tree stand that I ran. It was just a $5 garage sale find. I threw a hawk strap on it, and it's extremely lightweight. So that's what I ran for my mobile tree stand. It worked well. Really easy to pack in and everything. Just had an issue hunting with Madeline. I tried to use that stand and another one, and the other one had issues. I couldn't set it up. It kept, one of the teeth was broken. The strap wasn't working on it. Just a bunch of different things. So that didn't work. I ended up having to sit at the top of my old hawk sticks with a lineman belt around the tree, trying to like hang back like I was saddle hunting. And it was just a mess. I had a big buck come behind me. Realized I probably need to get a saddle, because if I had a saddle, I could turn around and shoot 360 degrees like I know I can now, I would have had a huge buck dead. So after that week, it was throughout that week, pulled the trigger on a brand new saddle setup. By the next weekend, I had my first sit in it, and unfortunately, first sit out had a decent 8-point come at like 20 yards, and I just screwed up, used the wrong pin, and shot right over his back. It was pretty unfortunate. But yeah, so this is just going to be a review and a list of the stuff that I got. So I will go in order and list these things off and just kind of explain my thoughts of all the products I got. So I'll go with the thing that I ordered first, which is so these are the Muddy Pro sticks. I love these sticks. They're very, very nice. And as you can see, they pack down very nicely. Obviously, they're not very compact. Like, that's a good 6-ish, 8 inch. Yeah, that's probably like 8 inches side to side like that. But, I mean, they go in the back of my pack fine. They're not really that heavy, and they stay like this. Like, I've walked for a mile or more holding them, and they just stay like that. And my favorite part about them is their buckle system. So I'll just go like this so it can kind of seem like it's hooked up to a tree. So to tighten these, you wrap it around, and then you put it through the cam and rope system there, and it's completely silent. And that's what I love about it, is that these are dead silent. There's no ratchet straps. There's no of those button straps. None of that clanging around making noise. It's literally just a rope in these. And so setting these up is perfectly silent, and that's why I love them. They bite onto the tree really well, and they just don't move. My biggest thing was I had the Hawk 30-inch sticks, and when I was climbing with the Hawk sticks, when I was walking up, my feet would hit the bottom of the step like this, and it would fold the steps up all the time. So imagine I'm walking up the tree and this folds up, and then I go to step right here and there's not a step there. So I hated that about my Hawk sticks. I literally almost fell out of the tree a couple times using them because of that, and I just didn't like those sticks. So sold those, got these, and I love these compared to those. I would highly recommend someone get these. Next up would be my platform, just a Amazon special. I don't know the brand. It's just like an off Chinese brand thing, but it comes just finished aluminum color. As you can see, I painted it. This is the wear from my straps and stuff, but as you can see, I painted it. I just bought some spray paint from Tractor Supply and painted it tan and green, just so it wouldn't be a bright aluminum thing hanging off of a tree for the deer to see. But I love this platform. It's very nice, folds up nice and compact to go in the back of your pack. And it's built like the Trophy Line. I think it's the Trophy Line Mission saddle. It's built like that, but just not as big and bulky. And so it's lighter because of that. And it's actually a fairly light saddle anyways, but it worked very well. It's very comfortable. The teeth, this is what impressed me. For the price, is only a $150 platform, which is like, other than the XOP and the Hawk platforms, this was the cheapest one I could find. And I've heard the XOP one is really heavy and the Hawk ones are kind of dangerous. So the teeth on this were insane. Like, I strap it to a tree and it wouldn't move. I'd even strap it and like practice my shot angles and like push sideways on it, which would rotate it on the tree. Push sideways, it wouldn't budge. Push from the back on this little slot, put my feet there to turn around to try and shoot, and it still wouldn't budge. So I love this platform. I may use it again. I may get a different one. I don't know. Depends on how funds are this year, but definitely going to keep this one and use it some more because I love this platform. It works very well, and that's what I used this year. One other thing about this, it's got the thing up here so that when you hang it, you fold your platform up and step on this to really cinch it down, and then you push that out and it puts it nice and tight to the tree. I love that about this platform. Next up, I'll talk about my pack. So here's my pack. It's just a Cabela's lumbar fanny pack. I loved using this. For a majority of my season, I kept all my ropes and my carabiners and my release and my rangefinder in these side pockets right here. And it was very nice to have those. They're on my side, but kind of behind me a little bit. So it was a little bit awkward climbing the tree trying to get to these pouches. But once I got set up, I could set up my hooks and just set this pack up in front of me, and I had all these pockets to be able to access really easily. As a lot of room in this main section for all my camera gear and gloves, water bottles, all my camera gear, just everything. It has a lot of room, a lot of nice pockets, some MOLLE webbing on it for extra pouches. Just a really nice pack. I really enjoyed using this. It's really comfortable on long walks. Long walks in the heat, it gets very hot, but that kind of happens with every pack. But yeah, I loved using it. It held my pack on my back really nice, especially when we had to walk far when I was hunting in the heat opening week. It was very nice having my saddle and stuff on my back, and it was just a really nice pack. I kept all sorts of stuff in it. One last thing about my pack is this part where there's a little strap to hook your platform up to, and it's very nice to carry a platform and my sticks on my back when I'm walking in. That was really nice for really long walks. The shoulder straps held the weight really nicely. But yeah, the last thing is the saddle itself. It's extremely comfortable. I didn't have any hip pinch. I didn't have any I had some soreness in my back on long sits, but the MVP strap that Tethered makes will help that for this next season. But that was easily fixed by me leaning up against the tree, and then my back wouldn't hurt. Or I'd lean up on my tether like this, and that was really nice. So super comfortable, really nice to use with these Sis Hauler pouches. I can keep all my ropes and stuff in it. And I kept my extra reload for my muzzleloader. When I was in Ohio, I kept my mag and my bullets for my 450 in it in gun season. Kept my release in it, wallet and truck keys, stuff like that. It was just really nice to have all that in a pocket so it wasn't bouncing around in my bag and maybe getting lost if zippers come undone. But my favorite part about it was on really long walks, I could just wear it and it wouldn't fall down, wouldn't get loose. It wasn't uncomfortable to walk in. Like, you just forget it's even on. That was my favorite part about it. These buckles for these straps are really nice. It's just like wearing a pair of underwear or something. It's just like you don't even know what's there really, and it's just extremely comfortable. I'll kind of go ahead now and list some pros and cons of using a tree stand and then pros and cons of using the saddle setup. So my pros of using this is for hang on tree stands. Pros of using hang on tree stands is sitting the whole time. It's pretty comfortable to sit the whole time. If you have a nice tree, sometimes you can lean your head back and you just fall asleep. I used to do that all the time when I was younger, but that's a little bit nicer. Another pro about using a hang on and being able to sit while you're hunting is you can position your shots with a hang on to where you're just sitting, and I just sit with my bow in between my legs and you just pick up your bow, draw, and shoot. It's just an easy process, and it's a very little movement, and it's really easy to get drawn back on deer out of a hang on, and you can just stay sitting the whole time. It's really nice. Now, the last pro of using a hang on is when you, with a bunch of hang on spots, like presets, you can just walk up, hook up to your safety line, climb up your sticks, and have a tow rope and pull your bow up, hang it up, hang your camera gear up, and then done. It's like with hanging up the camera gear, maybe a 10-minute process, but without the camera gear, it takes like literally less than 5 minutes. That's probably the biggest pro of using a hang on, is just quick in and out, easy access. But the cons are you're not like I can be mobile with this stand with a nice mobile setup, but it's heavier and it's bulkier. The biggest thing is the bulk. I mean, look at the profile of this compared to the profile of this. I mean, on the tree is one thing. This is a lot bigger sticking off of a tree than this little thing. But on your back trying to walk through thick brush, this is really big and loud to walk through thick brush in. I tried my best to tape it, but it's just really bulky to walk through thick brush in, and it makes a shit ton of noise. And that's probably the biggest con of like mobile hunting with a hang on. Same thing with mobile hunting with like a climber. Like those are usually even bigger and louder. Don't get me started on those. Another con of hunting with like preset hang-ons is one, having 10 spots with preset hang-ons is more expensive than one saddle setup that can hunt 25 spots, because there will be that many more trees that you can set up in a saddle with versus hang-on presets. You're limited with the type of trees you can set up in. That's another con, and that's probably about all the cons I can think of for using fixed preset tree stands. But all the pros of a saddle setup is we just went over. The profile of this on a tree is a lot less. The profile on your back when you're packing it in is a lot less. It's a lot less bulk. You make a lot less noise packing it in. The saddle itself is the most comfortable form of elevated hunting I've ever used. I hunted for 4 hours with my brother in Ohio with this, like I said, and it's just stupid comfortable. It's crazy. It's like I didn't think it was going to be comfortable at all. Like hanging back off a tree, all your weight is supported by this little section, but it holds you perfectly, and if you set your tether up right, it's just perfect and so comfortable. The best pro of hunting with a saddle is being able to hunt in any tree at all. Like when I was in Ohio with my brother on our first sit, we set up in a black walnut tree that was like that big around. It was like the size of a softball. And the platform and my tether and everything set up, wasn't slipping, was completely fixed to it, and it was completely comfortable. I couldn't have done that with a hang on, but with the saddle, I could, and that was extremely nice. And I've set up in a couple spots this season now with the saddle where the tree goes up and then has a fork. And a hang on, usually I would have to set up underneath of that and I wouldn't be able to get as high, or I'd have to try to set up in the Y. But because they're angled, you could never really get the tree stand to sit right, and that was the most annoying part about it for me. But with my saddle, I could hang it, and the platform sits like this perfectly fine on a tree angled to you, or you can hunt in a tree angled away from you. And like, look how steep that angle is leaning back like that, and your platform can still be perfectly straight with it leaning that far back. Like, that is a very nice quality, is being able to hunt anywhere. The overall biggest perk to me would probably be being able to shoot 360 degrees no matter what, because I can set up where I can shoot. If, say, this is the tree right in front of me, I can shoot perfect, and then I can go all the way to here, all the way behind me pretty much, and then all I have to do is swing my feet over from this side over to the side of my saddle, or even over to here, and then I have all that 100 degrees of aiming. Now that's behind me all the way. And that's the best part about it, is being able to shoot 360 degrees no matter what. That has to be my favorite part about it, is being able to shoot all the way around you. Because if I had a saddle, it was opening day of bow season. If I would have had a saddle, I'd have my biggest buck ever on the ground. He was at like 18 yards, and I didn't get him because I was in a tree stand and I just wasn't able to pull it off. It was to my bad side in a tree stand. I just couldn't swing it that much, and it was really hard watching him go by. But that's why I bought a saddle, and now if it happens again, I'll have him. But yeah, that's about all I got for today's video. Let me know if you guys like this kind of stuff. I got tons of hunting gear. I got a bunch of clothes in my bow, arrows and broadheads and stuff I can do some reviews on for you guys. But if you like this video, send it to some of your friends or family, anyone that you think might like it or find it useful for some helpful tips. And make sure to like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I know my Ohio video got I think I got like 10 times as many views as I have subscribers. So if you're not subscribed and you watch my videos, you better click that button. It ain't that hard. It takes this long, and then done. Yeah, hope you guys liked the video, and there'll be some habitat work coming soon, and peace out.